live and where they want to thrive and where they want to shop. And so I think it makes a lot of sense for a business to take an active role on that way. And we're not just going out to businesses with our hands out and saying, please help fund us, although that would be nice, but what we're really hoping for is that they become involved, become as part of the citizens on these work groups to play a role, that it's not just the parents of very young children, because in a few years, those young children won't be so young anymore, and so we need to continually re-energize our groups. So we want businesses to be involved that way, but we also, we do think that there's a role that businesses do have funds, and they do have some resources that that the families could benefit from within this community, and that more importantly, the young children within those families could really thrive with those added benefits.
Excellent. Well, Kristen, Paul mentioned earlier that, that it takes a village, in every sense. And obviously, when we're talking about kids in our community, two key groups are the Board of Education and the Board of Selectmen. Mm-hmm. What's been their involvement and their support of the work of the collaborative?
As I said before, we've presented our, findings and data and kept them abreast of where we are in our planning process. We work. I communicate pretty well with our town manager, so he knows what's going on, is involved with what's going on, and does offer support where he can. We have one of the chairs for our education work group is one of the first grade teachers up at Bachelor School. She's very involved. We also have one of our Board of Ed members who was at a meeting with me this morning talking about early care and a age 3 to grade 3 kind of system that's going on right now. So they are very involved in providing support where they can. There's always, like to have more, like to have, somebody come to my meetings every month, which we meet every third Thursday of the month as the executive group and the fourth Thursday of the month as our full collaborative group. That's where our work groups break out and discuss the topics that they're specifically looking into. So.
And I enjoy those meetings, not only for the wonderful conversation, but they provide lunch every month. So it's a nice perk. So how can, aside from showing up at the meeting, how can people reach out to you and get involved? What's the best way to reach the collaborative?
The best way to reach myself right now is through our email, which is c2c@winchesterschools.org. And they can just, email me with any questions they might have, and I can get back to them. I do have an office at Town Hall. However, it's not very consistent hours there because I need to be out in the community and, meeting with the folks there more than sitting behind a closed door. But I'm available, several different times of the day when, upon request, I guess, basically, to meet with people and talk to them about what's going on. And the best way is to come to the fourth Thursday of the month meeting and learn about what the work groups are doing, and then you can see where you might fit in. What topic might you be most interested in? Is it working, in the safety group, which is talking about abuse and neglect? Is it working with health, which, we've been doing the Fit Together meetings. I think that's becoming more of a part of our health work group, I think. And, that's another way that they can be involved. So there's a lot of different aspects of it. Mm-hmm. At some points, we just need people to help look up data, research data. So if you're somebody who loves to sit on a computer and research data, that's a great way to help. So there's a lot of different things, small things, and it doesn't take a lot of your time, I think, really, to be involved in it in different aspects of it.
And I know there's a new addition to the work groups, the sustainability group, who's looking at keeping this initiative going. Like you said, when the funding eventually stops, how do we keep this ball rolling? So what's how's that group doing?
It's comprised of a lot of the same folks that are on our executive group, and those meetings have been a little bit sparse here and there, I guess to say right now, but we are looking to get going with that. We've had representatives from Charlotte Hungerford Hospital who've come to those meetings and given ideas about what they're thinking. How do we approach the businesses in the community, and how do we get them involved and interested in helping to fund us? So those meetings are still kind of in process of development, I guess you could say. But we'll keep that going too.
Excellent. And now, Paul, as a consultant, how long are you going to be working with the initiative?
Well, actually, my contract is ended, but I'm continuing to work with the collaborative until the plan is completed. I really feel committed to this work. I enjoy working with everyone on the collaborative, and I've really seen it grow. And this is testimony to not only Kristen's work, but everyone who's on the collaborative, who it's really grown. And one of the things that I felt early on is the measure of how effective this plan will be is, yes, we need that document, but it's also in the people and how involved the people will be and continue to stay involved. And we've really seen the numbers really grow. When we first began, we were 3 or 4 people around the table. Some of our meetings have had over 20 people come. And I think that's a testimony to Kristen's work and everyone's commitment to this effort. So I'd like to stay involved for a while and to see that it's going. I'm very committed to the folks here in Winchester.
Yeah, I know you've put a lot into the effort, so it's good to see the work you put in come to fruition. So will there be any type of formal ceremony or release of the plan? I know it's going to be a living document, but when the first version is ready, is there any plans for a celebration of sorts?
We will be planning a celebration, yes, and we will be inviting all key members from the community and anyone else who's interested in coming to that. I don't want to give a specific date or time because we're not quite there yet as far as saying exactly when we want to do it. Hoping, I would love to be able to do something this spring, probably later spring at this point in time, but yeah, we will definitely be doing that. We'll be inviting the current funders that we have to come out to that, and thank them for all their support, and hopefully continued support that they'll be giving us, as well as, like I said, the key leaders in our community.
And one thing I'd like to add is that we've worked on, the two of us have worked on this PowerPoint presentation to make to the businesses and organizations. We've done one at the Rotary Club as an example. We also did one for the Board of Selectmen and the Board of Education. We'd be willing to go out to groups and make this presentation. So we don't expect necessarily people just come to us. We're more than willing to go to them.
Excellent. And will there be any, or are there already printed materials that people could possibly get from you or on a website somewhere to learn or read a little more?
We do have some brochures and flyers that go back to the beginnings of Cradle to Classroom and what they're looking at, and I think that we're going to be developing kind of a small pamphlet. So this document we're going to create is going to be kind of thick and long to read for the average person, but it'll be available to anybody who would like it. But we're going to try and come up with more of a community flyer kind of thing that'll go out and say that what the different work groups are, what they're doing, what the key focuses are of those, so that they can have something to take back with them and share around.
Wonderful. Well, I really appreciate you guys coming and spending this time with me. It's like I said, from our involvement, I know what wonderful work the group is doing, so I was excited to have you come on and talk a little bit about it and share it with our huge following of this wonderful show, I'm sure. And we look forward to all these strategies coming to fruition. Next, I'd like to introduce what is hopefully going to be a regular segment of our show here, and we're calling it Focus on Family. And each week, we're hopefully going to be interviewing and airing a piece where we spend a little time with a family in the community and learn how they spend family time together, whether it's active or social, maybe it's just having dinner together, but it's how do they spend family time, because all the data shows that just spending time together has a huge impact on family health. So it's my pleasure to introduce this next piece. We're going to be meeting the Canavo family. And this piece was interviewed, prepared, and edited by our assistant Rachel Cunningham. So, the Canavos.
Hi, I'm Teresa.
I'm Cecilia.
And I'm Sophia.
And
we're
we are
the Canavos.
We definitely like to be together, that's for sure. Being together, we're a unit. We're Yeah, I think anything, as long as we're together, we always make each other laugh. Like whether we're going out hiking or going to a comedy club, we always laugh.
It definitely depends on the season too. You know, during the winter we like to go snowshoeing. As a family, we like to go for hikes, and we always bring food with us to cook over a bonfire in
It's
the
all
middle of
about
the woods.
snacking, it's all about tailgating when we go somewhere. There's always a bag full of food, really good.
Our best meal to cook together is probably mac and cheese.
We like
because-
hearty
Yeah, fulfilling.
family, comfort food.
Comfort food, definitely.
I think another meal is Wiener Schnitzel because we always have like a little something to go with it. Like you'll make the green beans, I'll make mashed potatoes,
Asparagus.
and Dad makes the veal Wiener Schnitzel.
I do the
We
braised
do
cabbage.
pork, not veal.
Garlic mashed potatoes. It's so rewarding to go out to the garden and your hard work, my hard work.
Yeah, our hard work as a
Yeah.
family.
Yeah, then
that's
we start right.
important.
I do the compost. You do.
Yeah.
What do I do?
You make it. You eat it. You do the eating.
We used to have a chicken coop. We had 20 chickens, and I did take care of the chicken. Growing your own food, it's so smart. It's what we did when, humans first started. We grew our own food, so why stop now? I think one of the coolest things that we like to incorporate, a lot of people don't think about this, but it's actually color. When you have a lot of color going on with regards to your vegetables, that means that it's
getting a
good.
good mix of-
Yeah, you're getting a good
nutrients.
mix of vitamins.
So one of our favorite things to do, my favorite thing to do, is lentil soup. It's so hearty, healthy, vegetarian. We're making it. We don't have any meat in it, but you could put a ham hock or pieces of ham or leftover, anything like that. Tessa's getting carrots ready that I'm going to chop up, and I'm doing some garlic. Cecilia's going to put in some tomatoes into the soup. Careful splashing, yes. And Sophia, would you add some more broth there? I've got some chicken stock that I'm putting into there, and I'm going to smash up these garlics, put them in whole, and basically just disappear.
Across the endless sea, I would die next to sea. But we got back up once, driving down the Something just you, make you run. I don't know why I didn't come. Feeling empty as a drum. Don't know why I didn't come. Don't know why I didn't come. Nice.
Well, that was great. Well, thanks so much to the Canavos for being our inaugural family. And if you'd like to have us come and spend a little time with your family, we would love to do it, whether it's at your home or out wherever you'd like to be active. We'll follow you on a bike ride. We'll go skiing with you. We'll go skydiving with you. You name it. Whatever you like to do, we'll join you and share that fun with the rest of the community. And just get a hold of me at the Y. And our website actually is nwcty.org. And there you can get all sorts of information about the Y, but we're also going to have information about the collaborative. So if you're looking to get involved, we'll have links to an email for Kristen. And I want to thank Kristen and Paul again for coming in and speaking with me. And